Hi there, it's Nicole, and today I have a card featuring the Furry Friends stamp set and dies from Avery Elle. And in particular, I'm going to just talk about coloring in fur to make it look kind of furry. This is really quick and easy. It doesn't have to be terribly difficult. To start, I am only using this stamp set for everything on my card. So I have a piece of Simon Says Stamp Audrey Blue cardstock. I've cut it in half lengthwise, scored it along the top to create a standard size A2 card that is 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. Then I'm taking the two paw prints from the Avery Elle Furry Friends stamp set and inking them all over the front of my card using the Lawn Fawn Mermaid ink. This is going to give a really nice tone-on-tone look, and I'm going to completely cover the front of the card. This is an easy way to create a pattern background that adds interest as well as kind of ties into the whole theme of the card. So I'm going to continue to fill all of this in, and then when I'm finished, I am stamping both of these at the same time, but when I get near the end, I did just take the smaller of the two and kind of fill in any of those small areas that I might have missed while I was stamping the front of the card. Once I have that all stamped, I'm going to take about a 1.25 inch wide strip of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp the tennis ball from the Furry Friends stamp set using Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then I'm going to take the greeting from the stamp set. There's actually two, and I'm going to combine them so that the greeting reads, "You're doggone awesome." But I'm going to use the doggone awesome first, and I'm going to ink up the greeting with the mermaid ink, and then very carefully just ink up the word awesome with the Lawn Fawn black licorice ink so that I get a two-tone greeting. So there you can see the doggone awesome, doggone awesome. And then I'm going to take the "you're" from this Furry Friends stamp set, ink that up with the black licorice ink, and stamp that right above the word doggone. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the smaller of the two paw prints and ink that up with mermaid ink and stamp that right at the end of the greeting. I'm going to take some Copic markers now and quickly color in the tennis ball. I'm using YG 21, 25, and 17. Really quick, really easy there. There is not a coordinating die for the tennis ball. That is why I chose to go ahead and stamp that on the strip instead of stamping it and die cutting it. And then I'm going to stamp the furry dog from the Furry Friends stamp set on another piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to color him in with some Copic markers. I'm using E30, 31, 55, and 57. I'm going to go over the entire surface of the dog first with E30. Then I'm going to take E55 and go in some of those areas that I definitely want to be darker shaded, and I'm going to kind of messy scribble in with my E55 all the way around, really following the lines of the stamp. I even went in with a little E57 and very, very lightly added that in to a few of those areas to darken up some shadows. Next, I went in with E31 and blended out any of that E55, and I'm really blending it out. It doesn't look really great yet. Then I'm going to go back with E30 and smooth everything out, go over everything. I'm not really wanting to blend it so much as kind of smooth out some of those harsher lines. And then again, I'm going to go back with E55 and add some of those it's kind of feathering, but I kind of call it scribbly feathering to give that furry look. And then you can go over that again with the E31 if you need to blend out any of those areas that maybe got too dark, or any of the colors really, until you get it the way you want it to look. Don't blend too much at this point because you want some of those lines to be visible to give it that kind of fur hair type of look. I'm going to take the coordinating die then and run that whole image through my Big Shot to die cut the dog. And then I can add him to the card design here in just a second. Before I do that, I am going to go ahead and make sure my score is really nice and flat, and attach that white strip with the greeting and the stamped and colored tennis ball to the bottom third portion of my card base. And then I've cut a couple of thin strips of Simon Says Stamp Smoke Gray cardstock that I'm going to just frame up the greeting portion of this card with that on the top and bottom of the strip. And then I will take some foam adhesive for the dog so that he lays flat, because he's going to be sitting there and I didn't want the head to kind of buckle over that area where I have that other, or to have that cardstock strip, if that makes sense. So I placed a little foam adhesive at the bottom and at the top, and I will pop him right on the card. I'll color in his nose and his eyes with a black Sakura marker, and once the nose is dry, I'll go back with a white one to add that highlight. And that is it for this card. I hope you've enjoyed this video showcasing a quick and easy way to color in fur for animals. The supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.